Hello and welcome to Chipaway. Thank you so much for giving the app a try. If it's not your favorite productivity app yet, please let me know what I can do to hopefully make it your favorite. You can contact me at any time to give a suggestion or ask a question under Profile, Contact Developer. You write a message there. So to keep this more brief, I'm not going to go into all the functionality, but hopefully the stuff I don't cover is more of the straightforward stuff. So you can see the to-dos here are organized in categories, and to get to the category edit screen, you can click on any of your categories. So that's one way to get there. So I got there this way. You can also click on a to-do, and under the category section, you can click on edit categories. So you can see you can edit the order of the categories by clicking and dragging this icon here. You can click on a category, edit the title. You can change the color by clicking the colors over here, and you can toggle sharing with any one of your friends, and I'll cover sharing a little more later. You can see I have one friend right now under this test account. So those are the categories. The to-dos on the to-dos tab here, you'll notice a few things. You also have the ability to reorder these to-dos within categories, but you can also change the category of the to-do. You can drag it into a different category, so it has that functionality. You'll notice that there's little badges on these to-dos to indicate special things about them, like these blue arrows here indicate that this is a recurring to-do. You'll see this badge here indicates that there's a to-do date for this to-do and when it's due. So this one's due in today actually. So then to get to edit to-dos, you can click on a to-do here. So you can see it takes me into the edit screen. So this is a book that I had added. I can go back. The other way to get to the to-do edit screen is to add a new to-do with this button here. So you can click that. It'll generate a new to-do, so I can add something. Maybe I'm going to put together a grocery list, so I'll put milk here, and I'll select my groceries category. And you also have this ability here to keep adding to the same category. So maybe I'm creating a list, so I'm going to keep adding to it. So I'll do eggs, and then maybe bread, just a generic grocery list. I can go back, and now I can see my grocery list. So now I'm ready to go to the store and check these off as I get them. And you can see that I've kind of customized the icons on some of these. So as I check them off, you'll see them checked off. One of the other functionalities here on this page, you have these filters here, and a filter that I often use or that I often turn off is this completed one, so that I don't see completed to-dos. So you'll notice some of my to-dos disappeared, the ones that I completed already. So if I complete another one, it'll disappear because I have completed filtered off. Okay, so next up is the Notes tab. So you can see the same functionality. You can reorder your notes however you'd like. I just have the two here right now. You can add a new note with this plus sign here, or you can edit an existing note by clicking on the title here. So you can edit the title here. You can click on the settings where you can delete it or toggle sharing with one of your friends as well. So if you're sharing a note, it'll actually live update if your friend updates the note, kind of like a Google Doc. So if I go back to my notes and I look at daily notes here, I can see some of the different functionality that we have with the rich text editor, all kind of straightforward, so I won't get into it too much from here. I'll move on to the sharing tab, where this is where you can control and see what's been shared with you or what you're sharing with others. So right now I can see that this guy Natrium is sharing a couple things with me, a to-do and a category. So I can toggle these on. If it's a to-do, it doesn't really have a category to go in my category setup, so it'll go to uncategorized. So if I go to my to-dos here, I can see that contact the guy about the thing fell into uncategorized, and I can see an icon that shows it's being shared with me. If I toggle on this category, anything in that category will show up in my categories. So it's a whenever category. Let's see what's in there. Okay, so whenever populated here, there's 3 to-dos in that category, and you can see the badge here showing that not only is the category shared, but each of these to-dos is shared with me. If I add a new to-do to this category, my friend would see that to-do because it's his category, and you can see that there's no longer that badge to show sharing because this is a to-do that I created myself. Okay, so the other thing you can do in the sharing tab is look at what you've been sharing with other friends. So right now I don't have anything shared, so let me go in here and share something. So I'll share this book with my friend. I'll come in here, share it at the to-do level, and so now I can go here. When I look at sharing with friends, I can see that I'm sharing this to-do with a friend, and same applies to categories and notes. And if I don't want to share it anymore, I can just click on the delete button and it's gone. So you can control what you've been sharing and see what you have shared here on this tab. Okay, this next tab I'm really excited about because I think it's the app's most unique feature. It's called the Bazaar. And as you can see, it's a community of lists that people can share with each other, although you can also have private lists that you might like to use at a later time without them always cluttering up your to-do list. You can come here and save them and access them at any time. So the other cool thing about this tab is that it's accessible without being logged in. So people that don't even use the app can read these or share them with other people. So if you create a list or find one that you really like and you want to share it, let's say I want to share this recipe here, I could go into it, click copy link, and now I can share it with someone who can access it without even being logged into the app. You'll also notice that some of the list items are in blue font and have this icon here. That means that you can click on them to see notes that the creator put in here. So since these are the directions, the creator put some notes in here accompanying the to-do name directions for this recipe. So I'll go back to the Bazaar here and call your attention to the search functionality up here. So you can search by any topic. So maybe I'm visiting Arizona. I want to see if anyone put a list in here for stuff to do in Arizona. And sure enough, someone put some Arizona nature water spots here. So I can click on that. And it takes me, for each of these items, gives me some helpful information, even a picture, a link to the trailhead. So a lot of useful information right off the bat. And then if I wanted to, I could even download this to my to-do. So I could come here and let's say I'm just going to download it to uncategorized, complete the download. Now I have that list of hikes in my to-do list. I've migrated them over there. So you can also come here and see a list of popular tags by mentions here. If I want to add these, so I can click on that to add recipe, and I can see the results there of the recipes. I can also search by creator, so if I know a creator's name, I can put that here, or if I want to get some suggestions based on the friends I have this one friend, so let's see, I can click on their name, and I can see, oh, Natrium's put in actually 6 of these, so he's been busy. All right. I can also search for ones that I've favorited. I can search for ones I've created, which on this profile isn't any. I can sort by review average or review count, and I'll change the sort. I'll just show one more example of the power that this Bazaar can have. Like let's say I wanted to make this breakfast casserole. I click on the recipe, I click download to my to-dos, I'll put it in groceries, complete the download. I now have a grocery list ready to go to the store and start checking these things off. So I can check them off as I buy them. And then when I'm ready to go make it, I pop open the directions and I'm ready to go. So the other thing you can do here in the Bazaar, as you might have guessed, is add your own list. So you click on this plus sign here, and you can decide if you want to keep it private or public. Private obviously will make it so it doesn't pop up in that list for other people to see. It'll just be for you when you're logged in. You can add to-do items with notes if you'd like. And you can add as many as you'd like. You can also add from your active to-do list. So if I want to add those to-dos, you'll see they popped in here, and the note I added, or the item I added that has notes, is in blue there to indicate that there's notes if you pop it open. So you can add tags, a description, and a title. That's all pretty self-explanatory. So I'll move on to the profile tab here then, which is our last tab. You have sign out functionality. You can edit your username, change your password. You can see how many points you've accrued, and here's the methodology for accruing points. And then you can spend those points on new icons. So you can unlock any of these icons here. You can unlock sounds. So you can hear the different sounds here if you want to unlock any of those. So I'll unlock the camera sound. I like that one. And you can change your default delete schedule, so how soon your to-dos are deleted once you complete your to-dos. And for the icon sounds and delete schedule, these are all your defaults for when you create a new to-do, but you also have the ability to apply your default to all of your active to-dos. So you see what my icons are now, but let's say on the profile tab here, I wanted to switch everything to a new icon. So let's say I wanted to use this more standard looking to-do icon for not completed and completed. I could come here, change them, and now I want to apply it to all my current to-dos as well. So not just future ones I create, but my current ones. So I'll click on that, and now you can see all of the ones that I've created. It didn't change the ones that have been shared with me because those icons are selected by the person who creates the to-do, but all of my to-dos have been updated to those new icons that I chose. And then also the last thing you have is your Friends tab, all pretty self-explanatory. You can come in here, add a friend based on username, and look at your friends list, which I have Natrium here. Well, thanks. If you made it this far, you're a champion, and I hope that this has been helpful. And again, thank you so much for trying the app. Hope you have a great day. Take care.